Little Scar. I was a skinny boy, back then in my semi-rural days, thin fence posts for legs, wired for climbing and quick sprints, but never won a race. Big Tancey once pressed me hard into Mozzy's ceiling, effortless, like pinning up band posters from magazines. I had it coming when I made fun of his weight. Young man, Tance, just a tad bit old to be my mate. But being small and thin made it easy to thread myself through barbed wire country fencing and explore paddocks and gullies, escaping my grades and other schoolground worries. My size made it unrealistic to ever win a fight, but I thought I could be a ninja, ultralight. I remember some years ago, somewhere in the early 90s, when social media made you think of call-in shows and midday TV or perhaps even CB radios, a time when the internet was called cyberspace, attracting young coders and alternative culture kids. A place to get away from family, your mum's surveillance, their predictable telly, and find anonymity. The internet at that time, a far cry from small-time celebrity and high school animosity. But this day, I recall on early summer tall-grassed hills, spiked with purslane, blackberries, and purple Scottish Patterson's curse. The morning still air, a dry chance for my young mum to hang some wet laundry. And while sun-freckled arms stretched up pegging uniforms in rows on lines, in the fine morning blue, an airborne lawnmower defied convention. Flight for the people, the ultralight invention. Not much more than a plastic classroom chair bolted to a cheap pipe frame. Baby crawled along a rug made of air, dinky white wings outstretched as God's angels to contest the eagle's claim of the crisp azure eternal space. Its mechanical petrol-powered growl denied the hungry ground its weight as its rugged simplicity answered a farm boy's prayer to fly. More suited to grass than sky, it carried Jack up his childhood beanstalk to treasures up high, a young joyous soul across heaven's morning cool dome, over fences and fields and my childhood home. But still low enough this soul flew, so as not to abstract the land, and a moment he shared with my mum, with a wave of his hand, like a spirit above earth, yet ploughing the air. In wonder my mum saw her youthful ambitions realised up there, in simple joy with backyard mechanics and a young country kid. The buzzing motor carried him over the pines, that watercoloured green separation, heaven and earth's line. That monumental moment passed with more chores to do. And while Mum shared this moment with us kids back indoors with simple description, painting a charming depiction of human connection as we swept and mopped floors. Nothing to upload back then, clouds at best held rain, not moments of flying young men. But this yarn continues, but she kept its end from our side, letting years push further back that fateful flight. You see, that night, house cleaned, uniforms fresh and tucked away, Mum and Dad watched the news at the end of the day, and then saw a news story, but much closer to home. An ultralight crashed and killed a young man north of Melbourne. No passengers on this plane. A very small thing. One boy, in a paddock, twisted metal, ploughed earth. Alone, he died. Mum didn't cry, but you wouldn't say she didn't care for that boy's final goodbye wave Mum shared with that lad. And in my mind, she stood in place for his mum and dad, under that eternal blue space. Back then, school bustles rattled and shook dust clouds into pine trees. Giants I climbed with my skinny legs. Mum worried when she would see me waving to her, as I cried out, "Mum, look at me," and waved to her. with my head like a star on a big Christmas tree. I didn't get why she both waved and yelled at me, fearfully angry, from up there, above my worries, swaying in tall trees, while I had views angel far. I couldn't see from up there her heart's little scar.